Hello my lovelies, so great to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a little while since I filmed some new makeup tutorials. It's been an incredibly busy time. We've had birthday parties, we've had cook-offs, we've had so many events which you'll see a complete log off on Instagram, but I am really excited to bring you a continuation of the series on the Zodiac and the association with the Hebrew calendar. We did miss Sivan, unfortunately. It was just way too busy, it was just way too crazy, and this has given me an opportunity to come up with this brilliant idea. This was a time of reflection, this was a time of, this is still a time of really looking within, a bit of introspection, time leading up to Sivan. And on the 21st, at the almost the very end, was my little boy's 5th birthday, and we celebrated and it was amazing. Had a really great celebration mixed together with his younger brother's option where we cut his hair, and I've spoken about all that. But the actual month, so I've done a little bit of research as I always do, and I'd really love to bring you a comparison between Gemini, the twins, and Cancer, the crab. We'll do one look on one eye for Sivan, for Gemini, and on the other eye, Cancer or Tammuz in the Hebrew calendar. So Gemini is the twins, led by Mercury. Very indecisive, but fun and very intuitive. The colours there are kaleidoscope, so sky blue, greens, yellows, really colourful. I'd really like to reflect on Sivan, Tiamim, is the fact that after Shavuot, which means weeks, we finish our time of Omar, which I spoke about in my previous video like this. So we finish our time of looking within, of counting the days, and we're now going to receive the Torah. So that is the beautiful thing about Sivan. So we, on Shavuot, received the Torah, and there was a little bit of back and forth there. We didn't get it the first go, we didn't believe, we didn't have the faith, and finally when we came together as a people, as one, we received the Torah. A beautiful gift. With Israel camped before the mountain. And Israel is in the singular, so as one people, as one soul, as one heart. Isn't that just a beautiful concept of a group of people, any group of people, coming together with one idea, one notion, one faith? Unbelievable. Like that, the fact that that could happen in any space, in any group of people, is just a wonderful thing. It's a miracle. This is Tammuz, or Satan, and Cancer. The colours there are grey, silver, and cream. Maybe a little bit of blue, because we do reflect on the fact that the crab is in the water, grows in the water. And there's a little bit of reading that I did that spoke a bit about Moses was originally saved because he was put in the Nile into a body of water. So that's a really lovely connection there too. Cancer has feminine energy. It is ruled by the moon. So I read this, I'm not making this up, guys. One of the sources I had actually described them as a little bit loopy, a little bit loony, which is because they are ruled by the phases of the moon. Apparently. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm literally the polar opposite of a Cancer, so I cannot comment here. I'm the worst person to ask about this. But this is what I've read. And in the Northern Hemisphere, this is of course summer. On the 17th of Tammuz, which means heating, we have a fast. We fast because this was the day that Jerusalem's walls were broken by the Romans, and we get 3 weeks to sort of reflect. A lot of things happened in history during these times, especially on the 17th of Tammuz, leading up to the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, which are very interesting. I might link a few things below if you'd like to read on it, but there's interesting things, both good and bad, happened during this period of time within history, and it's just amazing how the calendar just keeps on repeating itself year in and year out, and how important it is to remember it so that we don't repeat the mistakes of our pasts. So we were going to create a look of basically air and water, the Gemini air and the Cancer water. With using colours of blue, green and yellow on one side, and greys and silvers and creams, maybe with a touch of blue just to represent the water on this side. As you guys all know, I love my colours. Get into the beige cosmetics because that's the most pigmented colours I've got. Try a way to blend the green, the blue and the yellow so that it looks not too rainbow and not too contrasting as well. So I might just start with this beautiful earthy kind of natural green. Oh wow, it looks so super bright in the camera. It's like a grassy kind of green. Little bit neonish, but not as bright as it looks to you guys there, and we'll just smoke it into the crease. I'm going to take a flat brush next, but a bit of a fluffy flat brush, and go into a beautiful bluey teal. Again, looks way bluer on the camera. It's more of a aqua kind of teal color. Okay, and we'll just pat it down right under the green. I take this fluffy brush here And now I'm going to introduce a bit of a fun green just to create a bit of a crease there. I'm going to go with a beautiful deep sort of grassy green, and just make sure that I'm only going into the transition between the two colours. I'm going to take this flat brush next, and I'm going to wet it a little with my setting spray. I'm just using this beautiful neon yellow. I'm just going to pat it down on the very inner part of my lid. Because this brush is wet with setting spray, so the pigment is wet on this brush, it's almost like having a cut crease kind of effect. So we've got to be very careful not to muddy up the other work that we've done. My original idea was to put a bit of blue liner on to finish this look, but I just don't think it goes. So I'm going to use my new NYX liner to really give this the next level look. So I've just acquired this Glam liner by NYX. So this is by no means natural or anything like that, but just the colour is amazing, and I am such a sucker for colours, so I had to get it. Okay, I'm just going to see what I can achieve with this on the lower lash line. Wow, look how catty that looks, really cool. And then of course we'll finish with a black on the top lashes and a bit of mascara. Alright, there's our Gemini eye. This would also be really cool for Australia Day or for the soccer or something like this. But the blue makes a really big difference. It really deepens it all, but it's basically turned out to be a bit of a green and yellow look, but so pretty, so tropical. Very happy with that one. For our moon-inspired grey and cream eye, I think we might do a halo just to sort of bring out the idea of the moon shining straight onto the eye. As you guys might have noticed by now, I've done the eyebrow highlight when I did the highlight on this eye, using a peachy cream anyway, so it was very suitable for both looks. And so let's see what we can come up with using these beautiful moody moonlit colours. I definitely need to incorporate some of this gorgeous colour. Look at that. Amazing. It's called Eclipse. So it's the marbleyez Eclipse. So perfect for this look. Look at that shimmer. Beautiful. Okay, so that's definitely our inspiration. So to start with, I'm going to take this gorgeous grey and put it right into the crease. Because we're doing a halo eye with this one, I'm very mindful that that crease colour really needs to show the shape of the eye. So that elongation that I personally love needs to happen at this stage. Otherwise we might just lose that shape and we'll end up with a very small squishy round eye, which just doesn't suit me in my opinion. But you can definitely do that. So when you do this stage, you can stop short, you can go a bit more round. I still like to wing it out a little bit because that's just me. So I've blended that out already, and I was able to do that because of priming with my beautiful oils, but also because I've already got my highlight colour there, so you can see that that transitions beautifully already. Now I love using a brush like this for a lot of things, as you would have seen when I did this eye, but this gives me enough fluff where I can blend as I go. It's not too huge that I don't get control, but it's also just dense enough that I can put quite a bit of pigment on when I need to. So I'm going to go for a very dark grey now, not black. I just don't think that that's what we're going for here with our beautiful Cancer look. I think we need to go for just a moody, sort of night sky kind of moonlit kind of look. So almost edging on navy if I can find it, but yeah, just a dark grey. I've got this gorgeous, it's almost a violet colour. It's almost beautifully matching my nail actually. So it's got that deep grey look, so it goes on like this. But it has that blue undertone or purple undertone, which is exactly what we were after. And I'm going to wet this brush as well because I want a little bit more control. And let's go for it. Alright, so as you guys saw, I did go right into the crease with this colour just to create the shape because I don't want to go darker than this, so I won't be deepening the crease with anything. And I still left my little well there for my moonlit look. So as I look straight ahead, that's right over my iris. And I think that that's probably the most beautiful way to sort of centralise and give a spotlight kind of look to the eye. I've also just winged it out ever so slightly, not as much as the blended grey, but just to continue that catty shape that I prefer. Again, this is where you might not want to do quite as much of a V if you want to keep it a bit more rounded. I'm going to use this beautiful dense pencil brush. It's thick, but it is still a pencil brush, like that. And I'm going to dip into my Eclipse. Beautiful shimmer there. And let's go in and do our halo. Oh, that shimmer, goodness me, so pretty. Wow. I was taking this really beautiful, flat, dense synthetic brush And just going into it with the basic Sephora palette in this beautiful shimmery black, just that one there. I could have used the Eclipse to do the same thing. I could have used that bluey black shade to do this. It really didn't matter. I just kind of wanted to see how it would look, because this has a beautiful multiple kind of different sparkle to it. Very, very colourful, and just very, very gently created a shape under my lash line. Very, very pretty. I'm just going to take a bit of an angled brush now, same thing, it's the opposite side, but this one has a bit of an angle to it with some Inglot loose pigment. Any beautiful, dense, creamy, peachy pigment will look beautiful with this look, just to brighten that up a little bit, because it's very moody, very smoky, and it's only early morning here, so just brighten up that corner a little bit. Just using this little flat brush, very similar to the one I used for the lower lash line as well. Just a flat, dense synthetic brush, and very, very carefully just depositing it onto my wet line, a bit of beautiful blue, and just marrying it into that white, making sure I don't touch the whites of the eyes at all, because that could be very irritating. Just a bit of pop of colour there. You can definitely use a liner if you've got one in this colour, just a pencil or something, but yeah. Very pretty so far. So I start off with a bit of silver liner in the corner there, and that's just to brighten up the black that I'm about to add to it. Let's get my mirror, because I can't see. Okay, so overlapping a little bit of that silver and dragging. Wow. Which side do I keep and which one do I wash off? This is way too hard to choose. Alrighty, let's just do some bronzer, some blushes, some highlight, lippy, and we'll make a decision at the end. Alright, so I started doing the lipstick for this side, which is called Aztec Bronze. So it's a bit of a terracotta gold kind of tone, which is beautiful. Like if I was ever going to go for a reddish kind of lipstick, this is probably as red as I'm comfortable and happy with. But look, it actually doesn't look too bad with the green as well. But if I'm going to keep this green look and do it on the other side to go out, I'll probably put a nude on top just to create that little bit of a pout and just dull it down a little bit for daytime, or maybe just a pink lip gloss on top, again just to give it that bit more nude, natural kind of look. But look how pretty this lipstick is. This is definitely not my go-to. I only chose it because I thought it would suit the Cancer eye, but it looks really lovely with the Gemini eye as well. So my little boy was born on the 19th of June, which is right on the cusp, so it could have gone either way for him. But this is just beautiful. I love this. Look at these two absolutely different looks. They make me look quite different as well. Fun and bubbly and moody and sort of almost evil kind of witchy kind of look. Didn't mean to. Sorry, Cancers out there. That's not what I think of you at all, but that's how it kind of turned out. Very evening. Might even look really pretty with like a red or a bright orange lip. Yeah, gorgeous. Very happy with both looks, but look how just different they are. I'm just amazed. Even though I created both of them, I'm just shocked at the end result. Yeah, so a bit of winged liner on the top as well, a bit of mascara, and of course you can't call the look finished until there's bronzer and highlight and all the face stuff that's complete there too. Alright my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I love that you're coming along on the journey with me. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and if you did like it, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate if you do, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about all of this. Please do check out Instagram, because I'm trying to post there as close to daily as possible, just to keep a little bit of information coming in of what's going on. I've got a lot of projects and a lot of things going on in my life which I love to share, so if you're interested in any of those, please go ahead and have a look on Instagram, and I hope this was enjoyable for you, and wherever you are around the world, have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one.